starting this October vlog with me making festive cookies because I thought it was a very cozy thing to do. And yeah, I wanted to start the October vlog slash reading vlog tonight and talk to you a little bit about what I'm envisioning for this vlog. Obviously, we're gonna be doing some reading. I'm gonna talk to you about my TBR for this like week or so later. As for activities, I think I'm gonna reset for October, do some cleaning. I have to do some journaling, and there's some fun pages I want to add of recent books and movies that I've watched and slash read in the last few days that I've just loved and I need to put on paper so I have a representation of how much I loved it. So we're gonna be doing that. There's a page I want to do for Belladonna because I read Belladonna and Wisteria in September, and now we're in October, and I didn't read Wisteria. I read Foxglove. Belladonna and Foxglove I read in September. Both gave them 4.5 stars. Loved it. And now we are like changing point of view. For Wisteria, we're in Blythe point of view. I'm very excited about this story. I did not like the character that we're following in here. I didn't like them in the second book. Not that I didn't really like them. But now that we're gonna see them with Blythe, I'm kind of excited. I just really am excited to see how this story unfolds. I'm not gonna say much because I think it's gonna spoil the other books, but I'm very excited to see how this one plays out. Ooh, I feel like the enemies to lovers it's really gonna be good. I have high hopes for this, and also this edition. Fun fact, I was looking for the paperback version because I have the first two in paperback and I wanted the series to match. But honestly, like I wanted it to match, but I don't care that much. I was looking for it, and then they only had like the 3 hardcovers, and so I was not going to get it. But then I kind of saw the edge here on the top of the book, and I was like, oh, what is that? And then I took off the dust jacket. Saw this. I was so confused why it was so beautiful. What? I was so confused. And it was a hardcover, and it was $25. I was so confused in the bookstore because where I live, a hardcover with this beautiful edition, it's like $40, $45 even, because it's like a special edition. $25. I was like, I cannot let this go. So I bought it in hardcover, and I'm really happy because I think I'm gonna display it if I really love it, which I think I will. Like, how beautiful is this? It's so beautiful. So very excited about this. This is what I'm reading, and so I want to make a page for Belladonna because I love these. And so I'm gonna make a page like with Belladonna and Foxglove because we follow Signa in those two. And then if I really like Wisteria, I might do a Wisteria page also. I'm not sure. And then I recently watched the movie adaptation, like the 1999 version of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow with, is it Christina Ricci? Is that her name? And Johnny Depp. I think this has become one of my favorite movies. It was so good that now I'm very excited to read the book. I think the book is gonna be less romancy. I have a feeling. I feel like the book was very, I don't know, it had a yearning in it. I think maybe the producer added, but I might be wrong. I haven't read the story yet, but I'm very excited to do so, and I will do so this week before I do my page, just to see how the movie and the book compare. But I really love that movie, and I'm considering buying it in DVD because when I really like a movie, I buy it just to have like a row of my favorite movies in my living room. But anyway, these are the spreads that I want to do. So we're definitely going to be doing some journaling. I also want to show you my decorations for Halloween. I did that 2 weeks ago, I think. And I did film it, but I lost a lot of footage, and the video got scrapped. I'm so sorry, but you know, things happen. But I'm still gonna show you because they're still out there. So I'm gonna show you what I did, and then I'll probably get on to some more things. I don't really know for now, but yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna talk to you later with my cookies. I'm making like the Pittsburgh cookies, and then you put these on top. That's what I'm doing. Very festive of me, I know. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to you about my TBR for it later when I'm done with the cookies. Yeah. Okay, let's talk TBR for this reading vlog. Like I said, I'm gonna be reading Wisteria. I'm starting with this, but then I have like 3 shorter books slash like short stories, I guess, that I would want to read. Like I said, also I want to read The Legend of Sleepy Hollows. Obviously I'm not reading this whole book because this is, yes, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, but there's other stories by Washington Irving. It's like this much, okay? It's really not, it's really short, okay? And how they made like an hour and 40 minutes movie out of it, I have no idea. So I'm going to read that this week for sure. Then I have Graveyard Shift by ML Rio. I've never read an ML Rio book before. She wrote If We Were Villain, and I want to read that in November. This is for my November TBR, but I felt like this could be a fun, quick, spooky novella slash why I can't speak slash short story to read for October. I think it's a bunch of kids who work at the graveyard, and I think they discover like an empty grave or something. So they're college students, and there's a bartender, a rideshare driver, a hotel receptionist, an unofficial steward, and the derelict church that looms over them. Anyways, on a dark October evening in the defunct churchyard, they find a hole that wasn't there before. A fresh open grave where no grave should be. But who dug it and for whom? I don't really know much more about it, but it's giving spooky and it's giving short. So I feel like it could be a great read, just like a quick read. So this is also on the TBR for this week. And then I have Pumpkinheads, which is like a graphic novel. I was searching, I was gonna say a comic book. It's not comic. It's a graphic novel, and it's so autumnal. I'm sorry. I have to read that. And I also feel like graphic novels, they read really quick, so I could get through that also very quickly. So I'm also reading that. So we have that for this week, but I think I have more from my October TBR. Yeah, so there's some Made from Ali Hazelwood came out. Is it today or tomorrow? Anyways, I really want to read that, but I have to go buy it. I'm not sure they're gonna sell it where I go get my books usually. They're kind of late to the game with new releases. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go check it out, but I really want to read Made by Ali Hazelwood. So maybe we'll go and just have a look at the bookstore if it came out. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. I know tomorrow is raining, so it could be fun. These are the books I want to read. Wisteria, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, Graveyard Shift, Pumpkinheads, and maybe Mate. And this is the page I did for my October TBR. Isn't it so cute? I found this inspiration on Pinterest and literally almost copied it, but so this is not my creation, but I did recreate it. This is what it looks like. I did put The Late Night Witches on there by Aurelie Wallace, but I really don't think I'm gonna get to that. So it's there, but is it? Not really. So yeah, but yeah, that's it for that. Now I'm gonna go eat my cookies, watch some YouTube, and maybe do a little bit of reading. Whoa, sorry, my TV just changed image, so it's probably very blue. I'm gonna do that, and it's gonna be it for me tonight, and I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow for a brand new day. here to update you on Wisteria. I started this last night and I continued reading it this morning after my run. I went on a run this morning and it didn't go as planned. I felt really, I didn't feel good on my run. I was supposed to run 5K today and I only did 4 because my head was pounding so hard and I just couldn't endure it anymore. I think I get tension headaches or like exhaustion headaches or something like that. What's it called? I don't know. I think I get those. And no matter how much water I drink or how much I eat or how much I sleep, anyways, I'm having a hard time with running right now because of these headaches that I get. I thought it was because of the heat, but it wasn't really hot this morning. It was actually an amazing running weather, like fall running weather. Like the leaves are turning, they're like orange. Some of them are on the ground. There was a little bit of wind and like almost no sun because it's raining right now. But this morning it wasn't raining, but we could see that it was about to rain. So the sky was gray. It was great, but I wasn't great. So after I came back from my not really good run, I took a shower, had an amazing breakfast with the pumpkin granola that I made last night. It was so good. And I like caramelized a little bit my plum, put it on top, frozen blueberries, granola, a little bit of maple syrup. Oh my god, it was so good. And then I got to reading. I was on page 40 this morning and now I've reached part 2, which like it's page 127. I am giggling while reading this. I think this one might be my favorite in the series. Even though I love the atmosphere and the setting of Signa and Death's love story, like it's more like my vibe. This is giving sunshine, bird chirping, spring, summer. Not the vibe, but the characters. But it's still in this wintry autumn setting, and it's still like, I don't want to say dark. It's not like dark, but it's kind of eerie, okay? Well, is it the right word? I don't know. It's still the same kind of vibes that I'm getting, but the characters do not enjoy fall and winter as Signa enjoys it. They're like sunshine characters, okay? But with that said, it's so good. This is like, I have difficulty speaking because of how this book is making me feel. It's making me act like I've never read an enemies to lovers trope before. Like this is my first time ever reading it because I am giggling, I am kicking my feet, I am so excited for them to actually become lovers because they still hate each other right now, and it's so good because of what we know some things that they don't know, which I love. It's making me like yearn for when they're gonna get together, and it's so good. I didn't think I could like Fate, and right now I don't really like him, but I see the potential because he yearns for life, okay? Life is his dead wife, okay? He yearns for her and he wants to find her, okay? And he's been looking for her for centuries. Tell me this is not proof of a man who's so deeply in love. I feel like I could love him. When he like gets his shit together, I know I will love him. And I think this one's gonna be my favorite because it's so good. I'm only 127 pages in, okay? I've reached part 2. They've kind of like made a truce about something right now, but I love it. I just want to binge it, but I have other things that I want to do today. But honestly, if I had all the time in the world, I would just sit and binge it. This is how much I'm enjoying it. I'm very happy about it. But enough with that. I've also received a very exciting package that's kind of like spooky related because it's for my Halloween costume. I'm doing a couple costume with my boyfriend and I'm doing the most basic couple costume, but I don't care. I am doing Emily and Victor from Corpse Bride. Insert picture right here. I'm doing this. I love this movie with all my heart. It's one of my favorite movies, like animation movie. I love Corpse Bride. and the vibes, and just I wanted to do it. And I feel like my boyfriend could embody Victor pretty well, okay? So I'm so excited. And I received my package for like my costume this morning, and now I'm holding the ring. I got like a engagement ring, a gold one, because that's what Emily wears. I'm so excited. I also got a flower crown because I'm pretty sure she has some kind of flower on top of her veil. Is it veil or veil? Veil? You know, the bridal things. Anyways, I got this. And then I got a skirt because I couldn't find like a long, like a dress. And I didn't want to buy like a wedding dress, okay? So I found like a white skirt, and there's shorts underneath, so no worries. And then I'm gonna pair that with a white corset top. It's like have it be kind of a wedding gown, but yeah. That's what I bought. I tried it on this morning and it fits, thank God. And then I also got the veil, I don't know how we say that, but, and I'm gonna like dirty it because she's kind of dirty because she's dead. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm so excited. And I also got these little gloves because I thought it would be a nice little accessory. And then I got a wig. I don't wear wigs, okay? But I saw this one and I was like, oh my God, it looks good. And it's very long and it has like bangs that I'm gonna have to cut, but I'm only gonna cut them the night of because I'm not trying to like have them be too short. So once the wig is like settled on my head the way I want it, I'm gonna cut the bangs a little shorter because I can't see shit right now. They're here, okay? And I think they're supposed to be like side bangs, but they don't really go to the side, okay? But it's so nice. I don't know. I'm trying really hard this year. I think it's my first year really putting a lot of thought into my costume. Except one year, me and my best friend, we did Coraline. I was Coraline and she was the other mother, okay? So this one, we like put a lot of thought into it, but I'm so excited. And my boyfriend, I mean, it's very easy for him. I'm just gonna have to like style his hair the way Victor has, put some white paint on his face so he looks a little dead, and like darken his eyes. He has a suit. He can put on his suit. That's it. That's all he has to do. So very easy for him, very fun for me. And we watched it together this spooky season and he liked it. So when I told him I wanted to do this, he was like, okay, easy for me. So yeah, I'm very excited for it. And right now I'm gonna go work on my reading journal. Now that I've read some more of Wisteria, I'm really excited to make my Belladonna page in my reading journal. So I'm gonna go do that. And I'll talk to you guys when I have more updates on Wisteria. have some book updates for you. Yes, I do. I finished 2 books today, and so let's talk about them. First of all, I finished Graveyard Shift by Emma Rio. I listened to this on audio when I went on my walk today in the woods, and honestly, it was like the perfect little novella to listen to while taking my walk, because it talked about fungi and like infectious rats, and I don't know, I felt like reading it while walking in nature. Pretty atmospheric. As for the story, I mean, it was pretty interesting, but it was so quick. Like, it wasn't a novella about characters that I didn't know about. So did I really care about them? Not that much, but the story in itself was pretty cool, pretty interesting. Perfect for this time of year, really like spooky, creepy. Like, it's a bunch of people who work night shifts and they hang out at the graveyard because it's where they can smoke. And then one night they all come and then they found an empty grave and they're like, holy shit, like what happened here? Did someone dug up a grave, or did it just appear here because someone is being buried soon? Like, they want to uncover this mystery. And the way that they did that, it was pretty cool. Like, everybody had this kind of role to play in the investigation, and it was very interesting. I really liked it. I think I'm gonna settle on like a 3 stars, because it was nothing like extraordinary, but it was really interesting, very fun and quick, and very atmospheric for this time of year. So I really recommend it, especially if you like ML Rio. I feel like this is just like a little treat. I haven't read ML Rio yet. I want to read If We Were Villains in November, and I mean, I will read it. Like, it is, if I read one book in November, it's going to be If We Were Villains, because I've had this book on my shelf for a long time now. But for a first impression of ML Rio's writing, I really enjoyed it. I like her storytelling, and now I'm very excited to go and read If We Were Villains, even though they're not related. But yes, very excited. Pretty good. I recommend. And then we have Wisteria. Y'all don't understand. Like, I am obsessed with that book. I read this 400-page book in 3 days, and I don't do that. I'm pretty slow to read. I think I can finish a book in maybe 5 days usually. Like, a 400-page book takes me like around 5 days. I binged that book like I've never binged a book. I mean, I've binged other books, but it's been a long time since I've had the constant urge to pick up a book and read it. Like, I didn't want to do anything else. It was keeping me from wanting to doom scroll, and we know that shit is addictive. I did not want to go on my phone. I did not want to watch YouTube. I wanted to read this book and find out about the love story between Eris and Blythe. It was everything I could have asked for, and more. This was a fairy tale in every sense of the term, and it was the perfect, and I mean it, perfect enemies to lovers. Enemies to lovers should always be done this way. It was the pining, the yearning. This man has been looking for her for centuries. He hasn't given up on his love for her in centuries. Never left another soul. Can't tell you how much I've loved this book. And I went on to read Goodreads reviews once I finished it, because I wanted to know if everybody was on the same page as me, and a lot of people were. But then some people were really unhappy with the ending. And if you read this book, I think you can understand how someone can be unsatisfied or unhappy with the ending. Because while it was happening, I was a little mad, because I was like, why? But also, it made so much sense for Eris's character to do that. Like, I don't think he could have let history repeat itself again. I don't think he could have survived that, personally. And I think the way she, like, took his character was, he couldn't have acted any other way. Just because of how he is and how much he loved his wife. Of course he would have done that. And I'm not gonna say what he did, but of course he would have done that. It only makes sense. And honestly, it just made for a more heartbreaking but also beautiful love story, and showing how much love has no limits, no time limits, and no boundaries, and how strong their bond was. It just proved it so much more with how she decided to end the book. And then the epilogue, I was bawling my eyes out for the last like maybe 10% of this book, crying at the portray of love, crying at how beautiful this love story was. I cannot praise this book more if I tried. I loved it. It's my favorite book in the series, and I think this series has become one of my favorite series of all time. I haven't binged a series like this ever. I'm not one to binge series. I really don't do that. I read a book, the first one, and then I want to change the mood. Like, I'm always like this. If I read a book, like a fantasy, then I'm gonna go on and read another genre right after I finish that book, because I need to change it around. I don't know why. That's just how I feel every time. But for this, I read Belladonna beginning of September, ended September with Foxglove, and started October with Wisteria. I could not put their story down. I just wanted to know how it ended, and I loved every second of the series all around. They're one of my favorite books ever. I love them so much, and I love that book so much. 5 stars all around, of course. 6 stars even. And I just wanted to read you some quotes, not many, but some, just to like show you how much Eris loves her. It's that one. He would spend every minute plucking the stars from the sky to deliver a bouquet of constellation if that's what it took to please her. A bouquet of constellation. That image in my mind is the most magical, beautiful, loving thing I've ever read. It just painted a picture of his love for her. I don't know. I just really loved her. A bouquet of constellation. Are you freaking kidding me right now? And then the freaking fox. The fox, no. I was unwell at the fox during like the last part of the book. And yet she also wondered what it must be like to love someone or to be loved so profoundly. Blythe couldn't think of a single other person who would be so willing to wait even half as long as Eris had. If it was true that life had loved him, and Blythe believed that she had, then she was a fool to have given up someone like him, someone who would wait for her, search for her, bend the world for her. Anyways. Amazing books, 5 stars all around. Highly recommend picking up this series, especially in the fall time. It's magical, it's beautiful, it's romantic, it's gothic-y, spooky. Not spooky, but like the vibes. The vibes are just... When I think of them, I think of Caribbean Blue by Enya, the song. You know that song? Give it a listen. That's what these books feels like to me, this song. I can just imagine them. Death Insignia, and Eris and Blythe dancing to this in a ballroom with the night sky. Like, I don't know. I just loved it. And then, yeah, these are my updates on books. I finished these 2. Now I have 2 more books I want to read. And it's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Pumpkinheads, which are 2 very quick reads. So maybe we'll get around to read another book this week. We're already on Wednesday, so we still have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and even Sunday, because I started filming Monday, so let's make that a full week, and let's end it Sunday. We still have 4 days. Like, surely we can start at least another book in this vlog, but I'm not sure what it's gonna be. But for now, these are my next reads. I also am going to show you guys my decoration soon. It's just that I work tomorrow and Friday, and I finish at like 6:30, so the sun's already going down by this time. But maybe if it's still up, I'll show you guys my decoration. If not, it's gonna have to be on Saturday, but that's okay. That's pretty much all I've wanted to do. Last thing I wanted to show you guys were my decorations, and then I'm not really sure what I'm gonna get around to doing this week, but you'll see in the next clips. So yeah, I'm gonna go read these books, and I'll talk to you guys when I have more updates. Alright, I didn't film a lot at the Halloween store because I went there. I went like Halloween decor shopping for my Halloween party, but there were so many teenage boys employees. I felt like I was gonna get bullied if I started filming in the store, but it was really nice, and I got a lot of stuff, mostly not from the Halloween store though. I went to Dollarama. They were stacked with Halloween decor, so I bought 3 things at the Halloween store. I only bought these kind of gauze. I got like a gray one, and then like a one that looks a little bit bloody, like dried blood. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with those, but I feel like it's like a basic Halloween decor item, so I got that. And then I got some little bats, cardboard bats, to put on the wall, I think downstairs in the basement. So we got that. That is literally it for the Halloween store. That's all I got. And then we went to Winners, and I found the most beautiful pair of boots, and I just had to. I had to get them. They're red little like ankle boots. Are you shitting me? They are actually so beautiful. I don't know if you can see the red, but I love them. They were $70. I think it's a steal. So very happy about those. I actually put them on as soon as I left the store because we had other places to go to. And so yeah, then we went to Dollarama, and that's where I went crazy. I literally went crazy. So first things I bought were these 2 like hanging skulls thingies. Like I bought a bunch of stuff that I thought looked a little bit like nostalgic 2000, like your mom is decorating for Halloween and you're like 8 years old. That's the vibe I'm going for. So I bought these. I don't know where I'm going to hang them, but they're gonna get hang somewhere. Then I got these little ghosties that you're supposed to hang like on the tree, but I'm gonna hang those in my backyard on the the thing that you hang your clothes to dry on. What's that called? Anyways, you know what I mean. I'm gonna hang those there. I already have some lights hanging from there, so I'm gonna put those so that when people arrive at my house, they see this. I think it's great. Then I want to do something in my bathroom. I want to decorate it because I think I want to decorate the whole house for the Halloween party. And I want to do like a bloody bath situation because I wanted to put a giant skeleton. But then I saw the price of the giant skeleton and I was like, you know what? No. But my sister was like, well, you could just fill your bathtub and like put a bath bomb in there that's red. And then just put a bunch of skull floating around. And I was like, girl, thank you. That's a great idea. So I got this little guy. He's scary looking. I think I'm gonna put it in the tub. I don't really know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to get creative. But then I also got some skulls to put in the bathtub so they float around. I thought it was pretty cool. Then I got these two creepy doll thingies that you put a candle under and then it kind of lights up. And so for these, I got two little tea lights, fake tea lights. So yeah, I don't know if they come with batteries. We're gonna look right now actually. Oh, they do. Ooh, it's yeah, okay. I mean, it's barely there, but it's there. It's Dollarama, like it was $1. Anyways, then it's not finished. I'm not finished. I bought two of these spider webs because I'm gonna hang those on my ceiling and I'm gonna put these fairy lights through them. I don't really know how I'm gonna do this. This is like maybe I won't put these one. I don't know, but they're orange. I want to put some lights in there so that there's lights to go in the bathroom, but it's not like too much. So got this. Then I got a classic like danger caution tape thing, fright tape. Pretty cool. And then I got more gauze, but there's bats on them. I don't really know where I'm gonna hang those, but I thought they were cool. And then also for the bathroom, I got two of these bloody dripping looking thingies that I'm gonna put in the mirror, as well as feet. I was looking for hands. They didn't have hands for some reason. They only had feet. And I know feet don't really go, you know, in the mirror. You don't step. Anyways, you know what I mean, but I don't really care. I just wanted more than just the dripping. So I got the feet. Then I just got a basic little garland, black and white. And finally, I got this lace tablecloth. Look at it. I think it's really cool. So this is my decor. I think it's enough. I'm gonna have to buy more lights though. Next thing to buy are lights, but I haven't bought these yet. So there's that. And then at the farmer's market, I got little pumpkins. I think I'm actually gonna gift these to my stepmom because she wanted more pumpkins. And they were 3 for $1. So I got the mini ones, which I already have a bunch. And then I got 3 other mini ones, but like the rounded ones. They're so cute. So I got those, and that's it for my haul. Next is the book updates. First of all, I read and finished Pumpkinheads. This was just a fun time. So it's just cute. It was actually like so quick, like maybe an hour read. Very cute, a little cheesy. If you love fall, like deeply love fall, I think you will enjoy this as just a fun little afternoon read. But you know, it wasn't much. I give this 3 stars. I don't have much to say. I think it's cute. I think the illustrations are very beautiful. But the story is extremely basic, and I think it's basic, but it's cute, it's fun, and the illustrations are nice. So 3 stars for Pumpkinheads. Then I have 10 pages left, but I had to leave for the shopping with my mom and my sister. So I started this morning The Legend of Sleepy Hollows, and I have 10 pages left, and I'm just annotating this so much. I think this is the perfect story for Halloween and autumn lovers. If you love fall, you have to read this little short story around this time of year. I think it's perfect. The descriptions of fall in here are crazy. They go hard. Like, it was, as I have said, a fine autumnal day. The sky was clear and serene, and nature wore that rich and golden livery which we always associate with the idea of abundance. The forests had put on their sober browns and yellows, while some trees of the tenderer kind had been nipped by the frost into brilliant dyes of orange, purple, and scarlet. Streaming fowls of wild ducks began to make their appearances high in the air. The bark of a squirrel might be heard from the grove of beech and hickory nuts, and the pensive whistle of the quail at intervals from the neighboring stubbled field. Okay, and then I have another one that's extremely long but beautiful. On all sides he beheld vast stores of apples, some hanging in oppressive opulence on the trees, some gathered into baskets and barrels for the market, others heaped up in rich piles from the cider press. Further on he beheld great fields of Indian corn, with its golden ears peeping from their leafy coverts, and holding out the promise of cakes and hasty pudding, and the yellow pumpkins lying beneath them, turning up their fair round bellies to the sun, and giving ample prospect of the most luxurious of pies. And anon he passed the fragrant buckwheat fields, breathing the odor of the beehive, and as he beheld them, soft anticipation stole over his mind of dainty slapjacks, well buttered and garnished with honey and treacle by the delicate little dimple hand of Katrina Van Tassel. What? I love this. I'm very excited to finish it, but I have like 10 pages maybe, and nothing happened. And it's different, obviously. I kind of anticipated this. It's really different from the movie that I watched with Johnny Depp. It's not the same story. He's a teacher in this. The other guy in the Sleepy Hollow movie, he's an investigator. Someone's knocking on my door. Okay, got interrupted. I was talking about Sleepy Hollows, I think. Yeah, this is the perfect little short story for fall, autumn, Halloween lovers. And oh yeah, I was saying that it's very different from the movie, which I expected, but I didn't think they changed the storyline that much, and they did. And also have 10 pages left and nothing has happened. So I'm like, where's the plot? I don't know. But I love it nonetheless. I'm thinking this is probably gonna be like a 4-star read, because it's just a short story, but it's so good. I really like it. So I'm gonna finish it today, and then I won't be finishing this in this video at all, but I kind of had like nothing left right now that I could read from my fall TBR, because nothing else was like calling to me as like a fall TBR. I really wanted to read Mate by Ali Hazelwood, which came out the 7th of October, but I can't find it in my bookstore near me, and I can't buy it on Indigo because they can't ship it to me because of the Canadian Post strike. And also I kind of wanted to wait because I have a like weekend planned with my besties, my book besties. Maybe I'll film it. I don't know if I'm gonna film it, but maybe. And we are going to go book shopping, so I'm kind of restraining myself from buying books because I just want to like buy some over there. So I have this little dilemma, just like, do I buy the ebook, but at the same time I know I'm gonna buy the physical version, so I don't want to spend double the money for the same book. So I'm waiting on that. And then there was also The Late Night Witches by Orly Wallace that I wanted to read. Also can't find it in my bookstore near me, and I do not want to drive an hour away for one book, and I can't buy it on Indigo. So I think I'm gonna read. I was trying to hype myself up because this book I've put on multiple TBR, never got around to reading it, and because I wasn't in the mood, but I think I was just not hyping myself up enough. So I went on TikTok, typed The 13th Child by Erin A. Craig, like mood, or like what's it about, and the mood is calling to me now. I really want to read it, and it is on my fall TBR, so I want to get around to reading this next, but I won't finish this in this vlog because we're finishing this vlog tomorrow. But I will tell you my initial thoughts, and then you can go on Fable or Goodreads to see my review when I finish it. But yeah, I want to read The 13th Child next, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. This is basically like People were saying it's the Godfather death retelling. And so she's the 13th child of her family, and they literally sold her to death because they can't afford her. But he hasn't come to collect her like for all her childhood, and then he finally does come to collect her, and he's gifting her a gift of healing. So basically, when someone is sick, she knows exactly what their sickness is and how to heal them. But she can also see, like, if there's a skull, I think, atop their head, it's because they're marked by death, and then she is tasked to end their life, basically. So she can either heal them, or if they're marked by the death mark, she has to kill them, basically. And so I think this gets the attention of like a king, because she's like a very powerful healer, obviously, and because someone over there is sick and they're trying to, I think it's like a prince, the prince is sick, he has the plague or something, and they call her to heal him, but he's marked by death. And so I think she has this like conflict of interest, because she's like, well, I think there's like a romance going on between her and the prince. I don't know how that happens, but yeah, so she's kind of conflicted. Do I go against that? Can I even go against that? Can I do that? And do I want to? Do I not want to? I think this is the kind of conflict. And I heard it's gothic, it's, gothic romance. I don't know, I don't really know what the vibes are, but I'm interested now. I'm really interested. And I always forget that the book is absolutely stunning underneath. Are you serious? That's crazy. So I'm gonna read that when I finish The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and that's going to conclude our week of reading. The last things I want to do is show you my decoration outside for Halloween, and clean my shelves, and then finish Sleepy Hollow and start this, and then the vlog is gonna be over. So I might talk to you again. If not, I'm gonna end this video with showing you my decorations and cleaning my shelves, and all my socials are linked down below if you want to follow me anywhere else. And I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope it was a fun Halloween autumn vlog, and I will see you guys in the next one. In the meantime, take care and happy reading. Bye.